If you are upset that people are throwing their household garbage into your local park, here are some steps you can take.
Is this the Canada you once knew and loved? Is this the Canada that you were born and raised in, where we throw?
We can build a better country for all Canadians.
There's no money left in Canada. This country is broke.
Welcome back to Canadian Rant. If you're new here, this is where we talk about the real issues people are fed up with. The stuff everyone sees, but nobody wants to say out loud. So let me ask you something. When did Canada become like this? Trash in parking lots, garbage on sidewalks, fast food bags tossed along the roadside like it's normal. Since when did littering become acceptable? This is Canada. We were raised to respect public spaces, to clean up after ourselves, to take pride in our communities. Keeping things clean isn't political, it's basic respect. And right now, it feels like that respect is slipping. This isn't about blaming one group of people, it's about standards. If you live here, no matter where you're from, you respect the country you're in. So why does it feel like nobody's being held accountable anymore? Let's talk about it.
Is this the Canada you once knew and loved? Is this the Canada that you were born and raised in, where we throw the homeless and the drug addicts onto the streets?
All right, buddy, you're
like
in the middle of
trash?
traffic out here. Okay? Don't get run over, eh?
People are literally fence folding in the middle of the roads. This is downtown Hamilton. This is my hometown. And people are fence folding everywhere. Look at this. How can people, families, children walk around like this? This is what we've done in this country. This is not the Canada I remember and that I was born in. Look at this entrance. It's like a scene from The Walking Dead. I'm not exaggerating. Look. My ask to the government is to stop spending all of our money, billions of dollars overseas, and start diverting it to support Canadians in need, like these people who are addicted to drugs. They need help. It's also a huge public safety risk that we have these homeless people, these drug addicts doing meth, cocaine, literally in our downtowns. They're thrown around like trash. This is not acceptable. This is just honestly disgusting that we allow this in Canada. We need to hold ourselves to a higher standard, and that starts with taking care of our own brothers and sisters, the people that need it the most. There's over 200,000 people homeless in this country, and we need to stand them up first before we help stand anybody else up.
If you are upset that people are throwing their household garbage into your local park, here are some steps you can take. 1. Check your privilege. Canada is a nation of immigrants. In some of those countries, that's what they do with their garbage. They throw it in the park. Step 2. Consider going to anti-racism training. 3. Stop caring about things like the environment. The environment is less important than multiculturalism.
We can build a better country for all Canadians. We can build a better world for our kids and grandkids, because this is who we are. This is what we believe in. This is Canada!
Montreal's roads are in terrible shape, and the stats are going to shock you. That's right, an astounding 50% of Quebec's roads are in poor condition, with that proportion rising to 2/3 in some areas. Some 15,000 kilometers of roadway in the province are in poor condition, and over 8,000 kilometers are no longer serviceable, and conditions continue to worsen despite remedial work.
Hey guys, you're on live TV, eh? You're on live TV. Enjoy the movie.
There's no money left in Canada. This country is broke because the politicians have squandered all the taxpayers' money on lavish vacations and careless spendings. That's what everyone is saying, right? Well, guess what? If there is no money in this country, why is the government of Canada sending billions of dollars overseas to fund wars that the people of Canada never voted for? If there is no money left in this country, why are the borders being left wide open for millions of people to come in every single year? while the people in this country cannot find employment and affordable housing. If there is no money in this country, why is the government of Canada providing financial assistance, affordable housing, access to healthcare, and employment to newcomers, while the people that were born in this country, the people that helped build this country, are out there sleeping on the streets, on the sidewalks, freezing to death in a tent because they were told to wait 5, 10, 15, even 20 years to get affordable housing. You see, the problem is, it's not that there is no money left in the country. It's just that the money is not being spent on Canadians. And that's the problem.
ਆ ਵੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਬਾਰਦਿਕ ਸਵਾਦ ਮੇਲਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਸੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਓਵਰ ਦਾ ਵੀਕਐਂਡ ਤੇ ਭਾਰਤ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਸਵਾਦ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਤੇ ਛੱਡ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਬ੍ਰੈਮਲੀ ਗੋ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਚੱਕੋ ਇਹ ਬ੍ਰੈਮਲੀ ਗੋ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੇਲਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਸੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਭਾਰਤ ਦੇ ਸਵਾਦ ਵੀਕਐਂਡ ਤੇ ਲਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਵੇਖੋ ਸਾਰੇ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਸਵਾਦ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੇ ਛੱਡ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਖਲੋਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋ ਆਣ ਡਈ ਕੰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਚੱਕਰ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਔਰ ਰਾਜਧਾਨੀ ਵੀ ਖੜੀ ਹੈ ਆ ਚੱਕਰ ਹੱਦ ਹੋਈ ਪਈ ਹੈ ਗੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਪੈ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਖਾਣਾ ਹੀ ਛੱਡ ਗਿਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਜੀ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਚੱਕਰ
How does this happen? My gosh, guys, I really don't understand how these accidents happen. I genuinely don't. Like, I do get accidents happen, but some of these videos I'm going to continue to react to are just, like, so ridiculous. You would swear to God it's out of, like, a Family Guy cutscene or something. It doesn't make sense. Gosh. Like, it really makes zero sense how some of this stuff can happen. And these people are driving amongst us. These people are ramping up our car insurance. These people are ruining our country. Like, literally down to every aspect. The housing market. Turning everything into their own. And then obviously, you know, the car insurance is going skyrocketing. And, like, it's to the point now when you leave your house, you can't even walk on a sidewalk safely because you're like, well, am I going to get creamed today by one of these guys or what's going on here? Because this is insane. Anyways, this is crazy. But how do you guys like my little shing, as Donald Trump calls it? I think my little shing looks pretty cool today, don't you? But anyways, like, these videos are so ridiculous. All I can do is sit there and watch them. And as I'm watching them for the first time, I'm like, how the heck does this happen? Like, I'm genuinely so confused. There's a lot more of this to come, believe me. There's a lot more of these cases to come. And I'm going to be doing a lot more reactions to this. I can tell you, it's not done by the citizens of this country. It's done by the people that come from this one, that's for sure. I can promise you that.
Look at the distance between the bus stop and the garbage bin. This is the bus stop. That's the garbage bin, right next to it. And look what these people do. They left everything on the ground in the bus stop. Come on, Canada, we can do better than this. This is incredible. It takes like 5 steps. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps to get to the garbage bin. 8 steps. And they did this. They left it right here in the bus stop. This is nasty. Look at this. Somebody left their garbage right here. The garbage bin is not far from here. This is where they left it. They choose to leave it. We need to do better. We can do better. Come on. That's not good. There's a lot of trash on the road in Canada. I remember it used to be much better. It used to be clean and nice, but I don't know. Are we letting too much immigrants in? I mean, I'm an immigrant, but I'll tell you, I came from a country who cares about the cleanliness of the place and their homes. So I don't know about other immigrants. I can't speak for them. I only can speak for myself. So maybe we should stop letting so many in.
As a Canadian that's been in Dubai for a week, I can tell you already, without a shadow of a doubt, Canada is a third world country. It is unbelievable coming to Dubai and experiencing it for yourself. I highly recommend that you do. It feels like a modern nation living in 2100. It's honestly incredible. You look at the architecture, you look at the buildings, the investment that's coming out from all around the world. And that includes the investment of bringing in the people. The immigration programs here, they're incentivized that to get a visa, you have to have a job. To be part of this, you have to be contributing value to the society. Unlike many Western nations like Canada, where immigration, people come in to get the passport, to get the services, and they leech off of the taxpayer base and reduce the standard and quality of life for everyone. And that's the opposite of what's happening in Dubai. And let's not even talk about safety. There's basically non-existent crime in comparison to Canada. I'm here with my 2.5-year-old daughter and my wife, and it's incredible how safe we all feel. Walking around the streets in the middle of the night, no matter where you are, you feel safe because criminals don't do crimes here because the consequences mean jail immediately, fines, and deportation. Like, wow, matter of fact, can you believe a modern society that treats criminals like criminals would actually be a great place to live and raise a family? And I'm not saying Dubai is perfect. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is I think many Western nations should really look at themselves in the mirror and be like, what kind of ideology are we following here? We can learn things from what other people are doing. Just touch some grass in different countries around the world and you realize, man, we are so far behind. It's incredible. But really in Dubai, it's this sense of participation by everybody that's here to build a better life, to commit value to the society, to assimilate to the rule of law. And they actually don't push. A lot of people think, oh, Dubai, it's a very Muslim country. It is a Muslim country, but they don't push that on you here. They allow you to go do whatever you want to do in your own personal time. But they don't push that on you here. If I was in charge of Canada, it's no question I would be changing the immigration program. I would be changing our laws around crime. And I'd treat criminals like criminals so we can have safety in our streets and our roads and feel like we're a society that's cohesing together and not have different faction groups fighting against each other and shooting each other and looting each other and breaking into our homes and raiding our businesses. It's insane what has happened in Canada and many Western nations. Honestly, Dubai, you have to visit.
It's so hard to say, but Vancouver at this point is completely broken. From the violent crime to the murders, the senseless killing of citizens, the visible addiction, the pain, the suffering, the homelessness, the unhoused, the trauma, the people screaming outside of windows every night in the city. Don't let anybody tell you that this is not an emergency, because it is. So pay attention for a second. This is on everybody's doorstep, folded over at the waist. And I do not know how we help folks like this. And God willing, I hope there's a way.
So many Punjabis here in Brampton.
It's like home.
This is Brampton, Canada's little India, where roughly 53% of the entire population is foreign-born, and India is the #1 country of origin. Where are you originally from?
I'm from India.
India.
I'm from Punjab.
Punjab. Everyone's from Punjab.
From Ghana.
Sri Lanka.
Jamaica, okay. Is there a large Indian community here in Brampton?
Too much.
Too much? Yeah.
In-store, counter, restaurant,
Okay.
movie theater, everywhere.
Why is it so popular for Indians here?
I don't know. It's cheap. I'm not 100% certain, but a lot of people say it's because the airport's right there. It's been going on for about 40 years.
What do you do for work?
Truck drive. I do it.
Drive?
Yeah.
Have you noticed any big demographic changes here in Brampton?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the Indian migration that's come here recently?
They're okay, but they don't bother me though.
Nice people.
They're good people, actually. I work for them. I have contracts with the buildings.
Okay.
I get a lot of it.
Would you say it's a good place to live?
No.
It's not like it used to be.
What happened?
Different cultures come in, they race around like they're in the Indy 500. The insurance rates go up.
So this is Brampton before, and this is Brampton now. And you know what? This is when they celebrate their holiday, Diwali. Now, there was one year I was actually up in Brampton there, and I actually seen it. I experienced it with my own 2 eyes, and I will tell you, The garbage these people leave behind, the noise, the disrespect was unbelievable. You know, I actually had to work. So I was sitting there trying to sleep, and I couldn't sleep because there was fireworks going off 24 hours. The whole day, all day, all night. Fireworks, blasting music, revving their cars, people screaming in the streets, doing this, literally this. This looks more like a protest, not a celebration. And if you can see that video, look at all the clutter, look at all the garbage, and do you see a single Canadian flag that they're holding? No. I mean, to give you context, this is the country they come from. This is where they come from. Another example. So when I see this, right there, when I see this, it infuriates me. It really infuriates me. And another thing is, how is it even legal for them to do this? Some of them were literally shooting guns off in the air in residential areas when I lived there. And this is what I mean. If you're going to come to Canada, come and live by our laws, respect our country, and respect our flag. And better yet, don't leave a mess, because we don't want Canada to look like this. We don't want Canada to look like this. It's starting to look that way in certain areas too, by the way. Starting to. Pretty sad. It's very sad. Like, here's the thing. If you're going to come to Canada, please respect our laws. Please respect our flag. Please respect our scenery, our nature. Don't leave garbage all over the place. Don't make a mess. And when it comes to Diwali, I don't even think you guys should be celebrating it. Well, you know what? You guys can celebrate behind closed doors. But I'm telling you, these people would literally... It was an all-night thing. I don't even know how that's legal. They were lighting dumpsters on fire. Like I said, it looked more like a protest than a celebration. And I'm not hating on them, right? Because we are in Canada, and we do have religious freedoms, and we do have religious rights for now, until like Bill C-9 gets released. But at the same time, it should be kind of moderated. They shouldn't be doing this. This is unacceptable. Celebrate your holiday, but respect our country. Don't trash things. And I literally seen it. They trashed stuff. Literally, they were actually shooting guns off in the air, shooting fireworks all night long. People sitting there screaming, dancing, blocking off entire streets, doing this in the parking lots. How is that okay? Now, if a real Canadian was to celebrate like that, we would be thrown in jail. Could you imagine if a real Canadian took a gun and started shooting it in the air in a parking lot? Could you imagine if a real Canadian took a gun and started shooting it in the air in a residential area? What would happen to us? What would happen to us? I can tell you right now what would happen to us. An officer would come up to you, probably beat you. You'd be in cuffs, and then you'd be charged. But for some reason, it was okay for them. And like I said, I literally seen dumpsters on fire, people sitting there jumping around on cars. I've seen so much stuff when I lived up there. I lived up there for maybe 2 years. Maybe 2 years I lived up there. And it was insane, some of the stuff I seen and some of the things I seen these people get away with. Meanwhile, real Canadians, we use our voice, we speak. We simply speak words. And then you get thrown in jail. You get the police coming and harassing you. But you got other people from different cultures doing this. And it's not just Indians either. We got a lot of, yeah, sure. Now we're a super diverse country. They're only one part of it, too. We got Somalians. We got a bunch of other people. We got it all. We got it all. But they're just the majority that they're taking in. It needs to be controlled. It needs to be, it definitely needs to be controlled. Something needs to be done because this is not right. Pretty soon, beautiful Canada, this flag is going to be no more. It's going to be no more. Do you guys like your freedoms? Do you guys like your country? Do you guys, are you guys tired of seeing the direction we are going in? If you are, you're not alone, guys. Make sure you speak. Make sure you use your voice, because the more of us that speak, the more real Canadians that unite, we might be able to do something about it someday.
Here's the bigger issue. Clean streets don't happen by accident. They happen because people share a cultural understanding. This is our home. We take care of it. When that shared understanding weakens, standards drop. And when standards drop, whether it's cleanliness, public behavior, or basic courtesy, the environment changes fast. But this isn't about pointing fingers at newcomers or longtime residents. It's about expectations. Canada has always been built by people from all over the world. What made it work was simple. You come here, you build a better life, and you respect the place that gave you that opportunity. That means following laws, respecting public spaces, taking pride in your neighborhood. It doesn't matter where you're from. Respect is universal. If trash is piling up, that's a failure of personal responsibility, community standards, and sometimes enforcement. When people see others littering without consequence, behavior spreads. That's human psychology. But here's the hopeful part. Standards can rise just as fast as they fall. When communities demand better, when cities enforce bylaws, when parents teach kids respect, when individuals choose not to look the other way, Canada doesn't decline because of diversity. It declines when standards disappear. And standards don't care about race, nationality, or background. They apply to everyone equally. If you live here, you protect it. Simple. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about politics, it's about pride. It's about walking through your neighborhood and feeling good about where you live. Canada deserves clean streets, and so do the people who call it home. If you've noticed the change, drop your city in the comments. Let's have the conversation, but let's keep it focused on behavior, not division. And if you believe Canada should hold higher standards for everyone, subscribe. Because expecting respect for your country isn't extreme, it's normal.